Oh my god. Alright. I can't believe I'm saying it. But it's finally time. It's finally time to open up to spoilers. I don't think there's much for you guys to even spoil at this point, because, I mean... But if there is anything that you've been holding back on, telling me, now is finally the time. Select friend, please. Thank you. With bubble, your health can exceed 9s. Is my health just not high enough because I'm not level 99? Wait a second, we've had Vaughn this entire time? There's another boss. Is there? What is his name? Yeah, apparently fishing is like a big deal, because you literally have to do one of the fishing things. So... Or you have to do one of the fishing things to get that worm sword, so apparently fishing is like a big deal. Where am I at? I don't know where I'm at. Bows are really good, yeah. I think technically the best weapon in the game is the Zodiac Spear, I think, but I mean it's certainly the hardest to get. Yeah, I wasn't even aware. I'm kind of curious on how the fishing game works. But honestly, I'm probably going to have to do the fishing game. Well, maybe not have to, but good chance we do the fishing game during the Zodiac playthrough. So, what is this? This is Stathana Libra. Yeah, I'm going right away. This way. And then this way. I think I have to go left here, and then I think I'm back. I think I go left here, and then I'm back. Keep chatting. I'll read it all in a second. Get back to the save point. Try not to get lost here. Okay, I think we're good. I am also pumped for tactics. Save point should be right up here. Or down here, rather. Yeah, there's like a separate hunt thing where like you hunt with those boys. And there's like rare enemies you fight. I remember reading about that. I don't know why I did that. I could have just touched the thing, right? I kind of want to save in a separate slot so I can fight him again, because he was fun. Crazy, but fun. Wild Wolf with the full year. Got that red badge. Congrats. Oh, man. There it is. 115 hours and 15 minutes. Almost a perfect 1:15:15. I should wait 14 seconds and save again. Oh, it's too late. There it is, finally. Alright. Let me see. So let me go back and read everything here. Okay, so the fishing I think I'll wait on. I'm not that crazy about it. I'm kind of curious like how in-depth it is, but... What is the ultimate quickening move? Someone said we should check out all the quickenings for all the characters, but I'll probably just do that during the Zodiac playthrough where I can ×3. That just seems like a pain to have to go through all the license boards just to see... Like, I'm sure they're cool, but... Like, I just... For the Let's Play, it's like, eh. You remedy your enemies when you have that equipped to immediately inflict all status ailments. Oh, the Nepholdila? That's cool. Unfortunately, most of the bosses are just immune to everything. But that could be an easy way to check, like, especially the early hunts, where a lot of them had, like, one thing they were not immune to. You could just throw that on and throw a remedy and see what happens. The invisible weapons. What the heck are the invisible weapons? The fishing spots randomly don't show up, and if you fish in the wrong spot first, the other spots only give you rust knots. Bro, that is the most 12 thing. What is with this game? What was the thought? I just want to know what the thought process was when they created stuff in this game. It's always like, okay, if they do this first... Okay, that was a joke. I believed it, though. Honestly. I 100% believed you when you said it. Because that would be such a 12 thing to do. But, like, when they created stuff in this game, they were like, okay, if you go do this first, we're going to punish you by making this now impossible to get. But there's no hint or reason as to why you would do A or B first. They just decided, like, that's the way it's going to be. If you go here first, or pick up this chest first, then you get punished. And I just don't understand, like, what the reasoning is. Like, you know, the whole Craig meme we have was because of Final Fantasy II, where if you walk into the wrong area, you get blasted. But then that teaches you something. Like, oh, hey, the world map is a scary place. I need to go to my objective. If I go too far off the path, I'll get wrecked by these super strong monsters. And it gives you incentive to get stronger so you can come back and destroy those monsters later, right? But just taking away things on the back end without any... It's not like when you pick up the chest, it's like you just felt the force of another chest being removed. Like, nothing you just pick up the chest and you're like, oh, look, a knot of rust. Meanwhile, in the back end, you just ruined like 3 quests. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so weird because you don't get any feedback. You just pick up these chests and then 5 years later you read a guide and you're like, wait a second, I missed like 9 weapons because I picked up this chest. You know, it's just bizarre. I just don't understand from a gameplay perspective, from like a game design perspective. I just don't understand what the reasoning is to do it like that. It's not really positively affecting anyone's playthrough or second playthrough. It's not even MMO design. MMOs don't usually have missable stuff, do they? Like, from what I've played, MMOs don't have missable stuff. It's just stuff you have to go way out of your way to get, or go on some crazy quest, or look up a guide, but it's not missable. It's not, you know, there's always a way to get stuff. It might just be super convoluted and ridiculous, but it doesn't gate you out of stuff. Quite the opposite. I feel like MMOs always have ways to do stuff. It's just weird. It's just a really weird... And they fixed a lot of that in Zodiac, but they left a lot of it in, too. It's just really strange. ABL said there's a way to force Zodiac to cast the ultimate spell. That's interesting. There's a theory that the Omega Mark 12 is a weapon made to combat Yzmat, considering you can only fight him after accepting the Yzmat hunt. That's cool. If the summoner is petrified, Zodiac will cast his ultimate. That's cool. There's an enemy called Disma. Let me look up Disma. Okay, it's part of the Hunt Club side quest. Disma is one of the toughest monsters and can be harder to fell than the hunts at the mines, Gilgamesh, and Diabolos. So he's not as hard as... He's not a super boss, but he's up there. He's like a final hunt difficulty. We probably will not fight this guy, though, because he's part of the Hunt Club side quest, which probably means it will take a while. Man, that's crazy. There's still so many enemies. There's 31 enemies. There's 31 rare enemies as part of the Hunt Club side quest. That's crazy. But they got some annoying stuff going on. They're all like percentage chances of spawning and stuff. I don't see Disma. Oh, there he is. Disma has a 5% chance of spawning. Wow. Can you... Sounds like you could just go fight him, though. Like, you don't have to do these in order. You can do them in any... Once you talk to the guy, they all just... Or maybe they even spawn already, but they just don't give you trophies when you beat them. Oh, no. They will only spawn after the player has started the Hunt Club side quest. Which I think I did, actually. I think I went and talked to him. So, I mean, we could maybe get him to spawn. 5% chance, though. Well... Disma personally offended me as a kid. I do have to kill Disma for the trophy quest run? Okay, that's good to know. Man, the trophy quest run's gonna be nuts in this game. Even at ×4. It's ×4, right? I keep saying ×3, but I think it's ×4 in this one. Yeah, I mean, even in ×4, there's just so much to do, and Zodiac has even more things to do. Apparently, Zodiac has like a tournament or like a dungeon, special dungeon thing too, which sounds really fun. Black Hole is the ultimate quickening. Didn't we get that one once? Maybe not. I think we got the Holy one. Ultimate quickening is linking all quickenings in a single chain. Wait. What do you mean all? You can only have 3 characters, right? So you have to hit level 1, 2, and 3 on all 3 of your characters. I came close to doing that during Yzma, because I got a 19 chain. That's when I got the Holy one. So I was probably close. I want to see real quick. Oh, it doesn't say the name of the area. That's annoying. I wanted to see... Well, I guess I could... Yeah, here it is. So that chest that I went out of my way to go look at, that has either the Zodiac shield, the Brave suit, or in Zodiac has Hastega, has a 20% chance of spawning. In Zodiac, it's 100%. But in this version, it's 20%. So I had a 1 in 5 chance of seeing that chest. But looks like it's always either the shield or the Brave suit. And if you equip the armlet, it's always the shield. Which is kind of a shame, because I'd rather the suit. If it had spawned for me, I would have gotten the shield. I was just curious as to how unlucky I got. So there's invisible weapons? I gotta see what this is about. They're like dev weapons or something? You obtain them by opening invisible chests. Oh my god. That is so funny. They really are like dev equipment. I can't even find a page on them. I can't even find a page on them. But apparently they're super hard to get even in the invisible chest. The version of it in Zodiac Age has a 2% chance to spawn. And that's in Zodiac Age. Wow. Very interesting. Okay, the other thing I wanted to look at was the Torn of Soul. The ultimate weapon. The only thing stronger than it is the Zodiac Spear. It actually can multi-hit. Torn of Soul requires several rare pieces of loot to be synthesized. It can also be stolen from Gabranth in the Zodiac versions, trial mode, and stage 100. But items obtained in the final stage can't be brought into the main game. The player should be careful with the bazaar and not sell any items as soon as after attaining them, but keeping them and then selling them together. Holy crap. You have to sell like 1,000,000 things. Or wait. I'm confused. I don't understand this. I don't understand this table I'm looking at all. Very confused by this table I'm looking at. What is this? What does this table mean? Can you guys make heads or tails out of this table? I'm gonna read chat while you guys look at that. If you breakdance in front of a chest, you get better RNG. Dude, no way. I'll give the game... I'll talk about the whole playthrough once we're 100% done. Disma is terrifying. Dude, this boss sounds ridiculous. He just looks like a zombie in the picture. Let's go in Coda. Man, Zodiac Age is going to be an incredible playthrough. We get to do all this again, but at ×4, and with like better stuff, and having each character actually being a certain class. And then we get to do like additional stuff. And I'm going to like skip all the cutscenes, and we're just going to like blast through the game. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, this trial mode sounds ridiculous. The invisible shield is crazy, 90 block and absorbs all elements. Dang. To get the Worm Hero Blade, I'd have to go fishing. That's the only thing I'm missing is the fishing item. But I've never fished, so we'll probably be here for hours fishing knowing this game. Yeah, so like, from what I looked at, from what I'm seeing on this, none of this stuff is super duper rare. It's just, you need to make sure you hold on to all of it and then sell it at one time, because a lot of this stuff goes to other stuff. Right? So, you could actually get the strongest weapon in the game, like, fairly early, but you just have to have a guide, which is pretty much the MO for this entire game. But what do you actually have to get? Because this is really confusing. This says Gem Steel ×3, and then, so are these are the ways you get a Gem Steel ×3? Then why does it say Scarletite ×1? Is this another thing you need? So you need this as well? And this is the way you get those? This table is awful. What is it? I'm so confused. Or this is another way to make a gem steel. This is the Final Fantasy XII wiki needs some help. So, okay, we need 3 gem steals. You can get it, reward, drop, bazaar, and then you can also do this. Do all of that for 1. Was that what we're saying? All of this is 1, and then you also get... Oh, it says right here. And then this is just helping you get those. Okay. I got it. Okay, man. They really should have, like, split this, because the way they have it here is really confusing. Man, this sounds rough. But yeah, like, none of this is necessarily, like, super mega rare. You don't have to beat Yzmot or anything. So, like, this other sword you can get, you have to beat Yzmot and Omega, so it's, like, kind of what's the point. But this you could get before fighting Yzmot or Omega and have it for them, or some of the other bosses, or the rare hunts. So this would actually be fun to try to get. Anyways. Okay, well. Sounds like that's it then, unless we want to go, like, see what fishing is like, just for the heck of it. We do have, like, 30 minutes before we're technically done with Fantathon today. I don't remember if Tournesol was holy or not. If it is, that means there's 3 big holy swords. It says there are 2 fake Tournesols, alluding to the Excalibur and the Excalibur. So that makes me think that it does holy damage. But it doesn't say on here that it does holy damage. Doesn't say anywhere that it does holy damage. But Excalibur does holy damage, and there was another one. The Worm Sword does holy damage. So, maybe this one doesn't. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's neutral. Which actually makes it quite a big win. Because there's already 2 big holy swords, so that's nice that there's a big neutral one. How do I go fishing? Is it easy? I'm interested in how long you have to fish to get this. You have to capture the King of Nebra 9 times. That's how you get the badge that you need. But in order to capture that, you need to unlock 5 different fishing places. Valfenheim Port and talk to the fishing enthusiast. Oh god, I have to get all the way out here. I'm not doing that. I will just load another save. I'm not walking out of the crystal. No freaking way. We're gonna fight Yzmot again, guys. He's back. Yzmot is back. Come on. Stop it. Oh, man. Yeah, that's my wife throwing all my stuff out on the lawn. She's had enough. She's been reading the YouTube comments. She's like, oh my god, 120 episodes! Enough is enough! And now he's going fishing! Man of reason. That's not me. Where's the fishing enthusiast? So you have to talk to him twice, apparently. And then run to the aerodrome's entrance and back. Then I can steal his rod. Then I have to go to the Ester Sand. What? Am I... What? Oh, wait. Are you kidding me? You have to run this way. And then back, without leaving the area. Bruh. What is with this game? How are they going to design an entire fishing minigame and make it impossible to find it casually? They might as well put on the front of the box, like, please play with a guide. Seriously, because you miss 90% of the content in this game by not playing with a guide. It's unreal. It's actually unreal how much you miss. And, like, I get it. Did I say Wester Sand or Easter Sand? Ester Sand. Like, I get it from, like, an MMO perspective, but as a single-player game that you, like, go to GameStop and buy and come home and play, it's unreal how little you actually get to experience without a guide. They really should, when you beat the final boss, it should say, like, now buy a guide, or, like, go to play online to play the rest of the game. Alright, where am I going? I like how you go to the desert for the first fishing game. I'm guessing it's where the crystal is. Why doesn't this tell me where it actually is? It doesn't tell me where it is. I'm guessing it's in the village. It's got to be in the village, right? Gotta get those sweet desert fish. It's just so strange to me that the development team sat down and programmed all of this and then made it so inaccessible. You know what I mean? Like, is that not weird to anyone else? that they would spend so much time on all this stuff that, like, 5% of people are going to experience. And I love this kind of stuff, normally. You know, this is Mr. Zombie's Easter egg guy you're talking to. The stuff that only 0.5% of Call of Duty players experience. But they take so long and put so much effort into crafting these, like, super elaborate Easter eggs that only the people that actually search them are going to find. So I think that stuff is really cool, but it just boggles my mind that they would do that. That they would... Like, especially something like this. Like a fishing minigame. That sounds like something that they would want the casuals to experience. Like, oh, we made this fun minigame. But no, they make it like you have to have a guy, because no one's going to do that. I mean, maybe 2% of players are going to do that, but I would not imagine many players would think, let's just walk away and come right back. And then you have to go to this. This is the only spot you can fish until you unlock the other ones. So you have to come here and talk to this guy. What the? It was just an empty bottle. A landlubber carp. So it's just, Simon, it's just press the buttons, huh? This is the lamest fishing minigame ever. Is this the whole thing? I got a bottle? So it says I need to get 5 perfect scores to unlock the next area. What's a perfect score? Not screwing up once? Well, that was actual trash. No, I was... Oh... Bond looks so frickin' bored. What are the colored bottles for? Dude, Dark Cloud 1's fishing minigame was freaking crazy. And it was also like, you had to fish to get like the ultimate weapon. Give me the sign, boy. Wait, he didn't even tell me what he got. Alright, so that's a perfect score. So I have to do 5 of those. So I'd have to do 5 of those, then go to the next place, then do it 5 more times, then go to the next place. Then I have to get a catch that's a 10% chance. Then I have to get a catch that's a 10% chance. Then I do the final area. Which sounds like you just have to do it a bunch, like 10 or 15 times. So we're looking at overall, you have to do that like maybe 50 times, maybe? So really not that bad. Probably take you an hour or 2 hours or something. And that gets you a badge that you have to sell with the Omega badge and the Yzmot badge, and then you get the sword. That is not the best sword in the game, but it's a decent sword. It's a very strong sword. But yeah. Which is probably the most useless sword in the game, because again, you have to do Omega and Yzmot to get it. The Turn of Soul would be much smarter to get. Just trying to remember if there's any other weird... Oh, Staff of the Magi. How do you get that? I was curious about that. I think... Did I look this up already? I might have looked this up already. The Staff of the Magi is treated as the ultimate staff, given its own license. However, at a glance of its stats, its comparison to the Cloud Staff, it may not appear so. In the original version, the Staff of the Magi has 2 fewer attack power, but 1 greater magic power. But its increased potency in Holy is more useful than Cloud Staff's increase in Water. Doesn't Cloud Staff increase in Wind? It's the Cloud Staff. Is it? Doesn't it increase wind? What? Why does it increase water? I was using this with wind boost. I was using this with Aeroga at the start of the game. Now I feel like an idiot. Anyways, how do you get it? I mean, it's not even worth it. The stabs suck. Like, once you get the Cloud Staff, the Juice Staff, or the Golden Staff, you're good. Like, they're all pretty much about the same strength. And Magic pretty much starts maxing out pretty quick anyways. So it's pretty useless to even go out of your way to get stabs. I'm just kind of curious how to get it. Okay, for some reason the wiki doesn't tell you how to get it. What the heck? Like, literally, it doesn't show how to get it. Oh, wait, here we go. You have to steal it from Luxolid. That's the only way to get it. And Luxolid is a rare game. It's a rare game elemental. And it is a 3% steel. Excellent. Or N-type, whatever. The big elementals. The one that look like giant balls. Okay, well, I think that was all I wanted to look at. And seems like you guys said everything you wanted to say, so I think that's it. In the original game, all the ninja swords are dark for some reason, but they changed that. Yo, good to see you, Timmy. They changed that in Zodiac, but in this one, all the ninja swords are dark, except the Masamune, I think, counts as a ninja sword, and it's not dark. But every other ninja sword is dark. Or wait, is the Masamune a ninja sword? No, it's a katana. Yeah, everything that says ninja sword in this one is dark. For whatever reason. They changed that in Zodiac. Alright. So, that's it, finally. I don't know what episode we're on, technically. Let me see. What was the last episode? The last episode was 128, which means this is episode 132. So 132 episodes. And I gotta say, I enjoyed the whole trip. I really did. I really enjoyed the post game, as goofy as it is sometimes. Yzmat, although frustrating, was an epic fight. Zodiark, although frustrating, was an epic fight. And Omega was an epic fight. Like, there was so many, like, cool, epic, interesting, memorable fights that we got to do. Yeah. Overall, Final Fantasy XII, it's such a mixed bag, man. And it's so hard. It's like, it really sucks because I almost want to rank this, and, you know, I'm officially ranking the games once Fantathon is over, but my initial impressions, now that the game is over, is that I want to rank this game really high. I really do. The amount of content, the music, the atmosphere, the just grand scope of it, the mechanics, just all the buffs and debuffs and unique enemies and unique fights, and so many of the games, once you get strong, you're just doing the same thing over and over, but this game forces you to do different things. I mean, Omega, Zodiark, and Yzmat were 3 completely different fights that I had to do 3 completely different strats for. So, like, that's really impressive, because normally once you get to endgame, it's like you do that one thing that's the best, and then you're good, you know? Maybe some minor changes, but, like, you know, Final Fantasy VII, spam Knights of the Round, you're gonna win. I mean, you know, if you really get to, like, real post-game, you know what the strongest thing is. But this game challenges you to, like, have to really change your formula. And the hunt system is so great, and you can tackle it at your own speed. You can tackle it throughout the game, or you can tackle it all at the end. But the way that you have to do something different to find them all, each fight is super unique. It has different gimmicks and different little stories. Like, it's so good. But I have to admit that this game holds a lot of frustration as well. I did not like the story, and I still don't really like the characters. Balthair and Fran are great, but get no chance to really breathe and become like characters that we can care enough about. Vaughn and Pinello just feel like wastes. Ash feels like super one note. Bosch does literally nothing the entire game. And so it's just... And the entire story is just go get MacGuffin. That's 80% of the story is go get this MacGuffin, go get that MacGuffin, go get this MacGuffin. So I think many people will agree that the story is definitely not up to snuff, but there's a reason for that. It's because they weren't focusing on the story. They were focusing on making this more of an MMO experience with just a huge, vast world, setting up Iblis as a location that you would continue to return to in other games. So that was not really their focus. Their focus wasn't to make characters that were going to last the test of time, or create a story that was really going to push the boundaries, or say some kind of crazy thing about human life, or, you know what I mean? It was just a basic political, Star Warsy battle thing with characters that have their own stories going on. It was very basic, but not offensive in any way, or like, you know, truly terrible. Like, it was passable. I enjoyed it, but it definitely is not up to snuff of the other games. But like I said, that's not what they were focused on. They were focused on the content, and the content blows every other game out of the water. So It's weird, because I want to say, as a Final Fantasy game, this ranks kind of poorly. Because at least for me, and for a lot of other people, they go into Final Fantasies wanting an epic story with super memorable characters. But as an a one-player MMO-style RPG game, this game is incredible. And I cannot stress enough how absolutely ridiculous it is that this game is on PS2. I cannot stress that enough. It's actually insane. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts 2 recently on the PS3 version of 1.5 Final Mix, and it's just, like, insane to me that a remastered version of a PS2 game with added content comes nowhere close to the amount of content this game has and runs exceptionally worse. It lags like crazy, it's slow, the load times are awful, and this is a PS3 remaster of a PS2 game. Meanwhile, we're playing this natively on a real PS2, and like it has double the content and runs twice as well. And it very rarely slows down. Sure, it's not running at 60 FPS, but you know, it just blows my mind that this game, to say it pushed to the PS2 is an understatement. Me sitting here with a real PS2 controller playing it feels weird. It actually feels like I'm playing some like modded game or something. Like this doesn't feel like the same game I played when I was a kid. Like there's no way, but it is. It's the same as that game that I played as a kid, you know? So yeah, it makes me excited to play Zodiac Age that runs at 60 FPS and has even more than this, right? But I can't stress enough how ridiculous this game is. Like, the amount they were able to push out of the PS2. The Square Enix were the absolute masters of the PS2 at this point. After making 10, after making 11, which is a marvel in itself, so much so you had to install a separate hard drive to make it work. And then, you know, they make this, you don't even need a hard drive. You don't even need any extra. It's just a disc. And it's one disc. And you plop it in your PS2. And boom, you know, it's mind-blowing. It really is. It really is mind-blowing how big this game is. And that's why I'm so happy that the playthrough ended up being 132 episodes, because it shows that. It shows how much there is. And we still have more we could do. We could do the fishing game. We could do the hunt quest. We could level 9. We're not even level 99. We could do all the other rare fights, you know? So, and, you know, we didn't even, like, scratch the Bazaar and how much you can get there. So, there's, like, the Zodiac Spear and the Zodiac equipment and, like, 3 or 4 ultimate weapons we didn't get. So, it's just wild. As for me, this game, like, I appreciate Vaughn a bit more now, but I still didn't, the story still didn't grab me. Still just not my thing, and I definitely think it's a step down from Final Fantasy X especially. But I really loved playing through it. It was just as fun, if not more fun, than it was when I was a kid. And playing the game on active was amazing. I challenge you guys to play this or Zodiac Age on active. It was really fun and really, really challenged me and was really a unique experience. So, but yeah, that's that. That's Final Fantasy XII. We're finally through. Apologies to everyone that's excited for Final Fantasy XIII, because we're not going to Final Fantasy XIII. We have our second bonus game. We're going to Final Fantasy Tactics, which is probably, I would say, the 3rd or 4th most requested game ever. Not for Fantathon or anything, just like when I started streaming, ever since I started streaming. Tactics is probably like the 3rd most requested game of my entire streaming career. People are constantly talking about it, constantly asking me if I had played it before. We played a 2-hour, or actually I think it was a 4-hour first look that I put on Patreon of Tactics a couple years ago. But that's it. Never played it as a kid. Know nothing about it past those 4 hours. So it's going to be really, really fun. We also get to use... I'm pretty sure we get to use all of our names that we've been voting on, because I think you name everyone in Tactics. So that'll be funny. And yeah, it's going to be a big change. You know, we went from turn-based RPGs now to getting into Square's more modern action RPG-ish style games. And now we get to take a step back and go into their side hustle of tactical RPGs. So I am very excited. It's going to be a great change of pace from 12. And I want to see what all the hype is about, what everyone loves so much about Tactics. And I'm excited. So we'll see you in Final Fantasy Tactics. Thanks again, YouTube, for watching Final Fantasy XII. And thank you so much for everyone that did stick through all 132 episodes. I think it was worth it. The Omega fight, the Eismont finale, it was all super epic. I think it was definitely worth it if you stuck around. And we will see you in Final Fantasy Tactics. See you there.